Hey everybody, Zombie Force here. I'm going to do this little quick video about a guy that's having a party at his pool, listening to music, and his neighbors complaining about all of his behaviors and yada yada yada. And we'll start out with introduction to the Karen in the video, and then I'll elaborate on how the mistakes were made.
But I'm like, why do we have to live like this?
No, I know we've had problems with him in the past. I think 2050, which is that corner house. I know he's been trespassing there, but he's this.
He came in our backyard.
And note, she said, he came in our backyard. This neighborhood actually has a walking path behind all of those houses.
Trying to have a fire.
Does he live there alone? You know?
No, I think his wife and 2 kids are home right now.
Okay, is he still in the backyard? Do you know?
He was as of like a couple of minutes ago.
Okay.
I don't normally get this shook up about it, but we've had so many problems.
Well, that's what it sounds like. So I mean, we're happy that you called us. We're gonna talk to him and see what's going on. But do you know your driver's license number is off the top of your head? All right. I'll come back and talk to you in a little bit after we talk to him.
This is where reasonable articulation of a suspicion of a crime, RAVs. Well, they didn't follow procedure on this, and at the end of this video, I'm going to explain to you how they went wrong on this. You have to have a victim, and the victim has to have proof that a crime against her has been committed before they can knock on your front door. Don't forget that. It's called reasonable articulated suspicion. And then we're going to go to another thing called curtilage.
Okay, I think he's been done.
Okay. All right, we'll go talk to him. I appreciate it. Hey, sir.
Let me explain curtilage. Curtilage is a reasonable entry point to one's home, which would have been the front door, i.e., ring the doorbell, knock on the front door. You, as a law enforcement officer, do not have the legal right to enter a person's property outside the normal, reasonable curtilage, which is the front door where the mailman comes. You know, where the FedEx drops your package on the front porch. You know, that sort of thing. And in order for them to justify coming into the backyard, they have to have articulated suspicion of a crime has been committed, and they have to have a victim in hand to be talking to this guy. So this he's in the right, no matter how obnoxious anybody thinks he is. But he's in the right. The 2 officers had to come to the front door, ring the doorbell. His wife was home, his kids was home, and talk to her about it, and then try to approach him with reasonable articulated suspicion of a crime at that point.
Yo,
What's going on?
all right, what do you want?
I just got some complaints
Good. What is it? Why are you on my property?
because we got a complaint about you.
Why are you on my property?
I just told you why.
Okay, thanks for checking in. Bye. You're on my private property, sir, and you don't have a real reason to do that.
I have a reason.
Let's go higher. Let's go to Washington.
Okay.
Good. So, what do you want?
We got a couple complaints that you're screaming obscenities and there's little kids around.
Incorrect.
You have to remember, a complaint is not a crime, you see. They have to have a victim. There's a difference between a complaint and a victim. And ultimately, you know, I'll let you know how this comes out at the end of the video. Just stick with me. You might learn something.
Good. You done? All right, get off my property. Let's go higher.
Okay, well, we're not really done talking to you yet, man. So,
Well, then you're gonna have to do something about that.
well, you can come here and you can talk to
You're
me.
on my private property.
You can come here and you can talk to
You're
me.
on my private property.
Yeah, I am, and we have a reason to be here. Do you not go in?
Actually, they don't have any reason to be in this man's backyard harassing him without a victim. You got to understand that. And in the previous clip, they actually said, well, we're going to come back over here and talk to you after we go over here and arrest this guy.
That house. I'm telling you right now, do not go in that house, dude. You go in that house, we're gonna have issues. Come here.
Like I said, you might find this guy obnoxious, but believe it or not, everything that he's uttering out of his intoxicated mouth is exactly true. And the guy better try to figure out what issues, because when you go putting your hands on somebody when they're completely innocent of a crime later, see, you better be able to cover your ass on that one. And these guys, they're doing a very, very poor job in their training, and this is what we're coming to in our free world.
Come back out here right now. You're gonna make an issue right now.
Get off my private property. Pass the entrance now.
It says 764.
Come on. What are you gonna do? I pay you a
He
salary.
just locked himself in the house.
I pay you a salary.
At this point, the officer's making false accusations, and he knows, he's thought it out in his head, that he does not have reasonable articulated suspicion of a crime, else he would have had authorization to go ahead and break the guy's door open, do whatever he had to apprehend a criminal. But this guy's not criminal at this point, and the video will prove it.
Good. See ya.
Copy, lock him out.
You want to lose your job?
I'm not gonna lose my job.
You're on camera.
So are you. So are you.
Why are you on my property?
I already explained that to you.
Why are you on my property?
Because we are getting complaints that you're screaming obscenities.
Why are you on my property?
I just told you.
You're trying to break in police brutality. Wow.
Well, actually, you're obstructing right now. You're obstructing.
I guess that's wrong. You get it? You got it. See ya.
Are you gonna come out here and talk to us? Huh? Go ahead. I can't see any.
I guess you're gonna lose your job. I guess you're gonna lose your job.
Can you please come out here and talk to us?
You better win, dude. I'm talking constitution. Non-violent means. What brings you around? Okay, so I have this guy on my desk. I have no idea who he is. No idea.
I'm Officer Plasko with Stowe Police.
I have no idea. And he's at my door asking about something I have no idea about. And then he's Michael Gratitude, who's the associate, Bacon Ranch, State of Ohio. I have no idea. All he says is Stowe Police. So I pay his salary. I completely pay his salary. If you check me, buddy.
He's saying he's recording and saying he pays my salary.
So, I'm sure. Why are you here?
Huh?
Why again are you here?
Because we got a complaint that you're screaming obscenities and there's a bunch of little kids running around outside playing.
Why are you on my property?
I just explained that to you.
No law, sir. Why are you on my property?
Well, you're breaking the law right now. You're obstructing our investigation.
You're a law broken. Why are you on my property?
I just explained that to you.
Last one. Okay.
Yep.
This is not a dude.
Okay.
Bye, Glasgow.
I mean, I'm not going anywhere right now.
I have no idea why this weirdo cop in Stowe, Ohio is standing on my desk right now. I'll put this into the YouTube later. It looks next. Now what?
I want you to step outside.
Get out of my property. Get off. Get the off my property now. Get off my property. Constitutionally,
Well, you're wrong.
no, there's no reason to.
No, he's right.
You're gonna be.
Okay.
My wife.
There we go. At this point, if he had reasonable articulation of a crime that was committed by this guy, he would have already had him in handcuffs at this point. So just watch along and you'll see how we, the free people inside this country, are being subjected to this tyranny.
Just invited you into my house. My wife just did.
I'd prefer if you stepped down. I don't want to talk in front of your kids.
Yeah, it's a very bad position. It's a very bad position for her.
But there's a bunch of kids outside, and he's screaming obscenities.
What?
That's what I told you when I first came here. And I told you multiple times about this.
About what?
About little kids being outside and you screaming obscenities.
At this point, it was never mentioned to this guy that it was over somebody being accused of screaming obscenities. It was because they had a complaint. You see what I mean? So he's not guilty of any crime at this point.
And freaking out little kids.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Incorrect.
Okay.
Okay, you done?
Are you? I'm trying to have a very
You're
simple
on my
conversation.
deck.
Correct.
You're here, dude.
And I have a reason to be here.
Okay, and what
You're
is
the one who
it?
ran inside. I already explained
Again,
that
for
to
the
you.
second time, what is it?
I already explained that to you.
And no, that's incorrect.
And then you just obstructed by running inside when I gave you.
Obstruction is a secondary offense. You have to have a crime first. See? Reasonable, articulated suspicion. Remember, they just ran over the private property line, the curtilage marker. They went beyond their jurisdiction to get to this point.
Walk over and stay outside.
He has,
Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right, so let's do this. Let's go down the street, get off my property. No, down the street. We're going to talk. You're not welcome on my property. There was no crime ever done here.
At this point, especially at this point, if they had a crime, he would be in handcuffs, but they don't. So they're just trying to figure out how they can frame him up and get him handcuffed before everybody else discovers all of their fuck-ups and their fucking procedures. That's what they're doing.
he does yell obscenities. I've talked to him about
Incorrect.
it.
Incorrect.
You just don't remember.
That's unfortunate.
He's me.
Okay, so what are we doing? Come on. This is your career on the line, not mine.
It's not my career on the line.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Kudos to this guy. Like I said, everybody's going to think he sounds obnoxious, and you're going to say, I'll take his ass to jail, blah, blah, blah. But this guy is 100% right in what he's saying. I commend him.
Everything that's going on, okay?
It's your career on the line.
I apologize to both of you. I'm sorry.
Can you please talk to my partner here while I talk to your wife?
No.
Is that okay?
Nope.
He tells her exactly, in other words, shut the fuck up. I know exactly what I'm talking about. Don't be licking the boots, and just go back in the house and leave us alone.
Do not come in my property. I own the entire
Well,
thing.
she already invited me in. So.
I own the entire thing. No.
Kudos to this guy again for holding his ground. For the second time, he has went inside his house and then shut his door, and they're not making anything or any gestures about having to handcuff this guy and arrest him. One, because they don't have reasonable articulation of a crime, and kudos to this guy for knowing this.
When I'm at the point now where I don't think that they're even safe in there.
He doesn't feel like they're safe in there. See, now he's fishing. See, that's what they call fishing. Trying to accuse somebody of something when they don't have anything else on them.
She's acting like she's freaked out. And now they're about to have a... Stop. Right now.
You're not coming in my home.
And you're going to come out.
At this point, the guy actually comes out and agrees to meet them out in the middle of the street. If you've got a crime, arrest me. If you don't, go fuck off. They had no reasonable articulation of a crime, and they didn't even have authority to detain this guy at this point. They didn't have a crime.
All right, now, calmly, what do you want? It'll take 10 seconds and then we're done.
I already explained that to you multiple times. You can't be out even if it's on your property screaming obscenities when
I
there's
didn't
people
do
around.
that.
Okay.
Good. So we're done.
Second,
Now it gets down to, where's your proof? Okay, big boys, you don't have proof. You don't have reasonable articulation suspicion of a crime to approach me.
I'm not done talking. Dude, I'm not done talking.
This officer just violated this guy's constitutional rights under the 5th and the 4th Amendment. You have a right to remain silent. Remember that? This guy says you have 10 seconds, then I'm going back in my house, and either you arrest me now or leave me alone. At that point, he was violating.
But you're on my property for no reason at
Yeah,
all.
I have a reason.
What's your reason? We don't have one, but we're going to try to have one, right? Frame you.
So again, you're...
We're here for a reason. If you just talk to us, we can have the conversation.
Yeah, okay, so say it again.
Walk away.
Say it again. Get off in the street. Come on.
Stay in the street.
Get off my property. Get off my property.
0760.
Good. So what's the reason? Again, so all of us have neutral. But that's...
I already told you. We're here because you're screaming obscenities, you're freaking out all the neighbor kids.
I'm
Yeah,
not. Okay, we're done.
we're not done. If you keep walking away from me, you're gonna go in cuffs, you're gonna get arrested.
No,
There's no such thing as the feelings police. You got to have this guy for a crime that he committed, a victim, or you got to leave him alone. The guy's right on time.
not.
You are.
Wow.
You are.
I'm not.
Stop.
Oh, you're not, dude.
You're.
Unnecessary.
I'm good. I'm good.
Give me your hand. Put your hand behind your back.
You're on my property. Get off my property. Get off my property.
This is one of the dangers we all face in our real society, believe it or not. We have people that are sworn to be law enforcement officers, enforcing the law. But when there is no law that's been broken and they feel like they have the right to just come on a person's private property and take them into custody, then we all have a very major problem.
Get off my property! Get off my property! I didn't do anything! Get off my property! Get off my property! Get off my... He's punching me! He's punching me again! Keep your hand off my property! Jill, they're punching me! They're punching me! Get off my property! 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 They're punching me! They're punching me! They punched me twice! They punched me twice! Get off my property! Get off my property! Get off my property! They punched me 5 times! They punched me 5 times! Get off my property! 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 Think about why you came here, idiot! Nope! Get off my property! Get off my property! Get off my property! Get off my property! Nope! Nope! Get off my property!
So I'm gonna be honest with you. The reason we stuck around is honestly that I was concerned for you and the way he was acting, okay? And it was pretty evident that you were pretty, not necessarily afraid of him, but you were concerned with.
Oh, I've been concerned for 3
So
years.
that's why I didn't want to leave you alone with him in the house and just leave. So that's kind of why we made him come outside and try to talk some sense to him, but obviously that was not working. Okay. Are you willing? I know it's kind of hard right now. To just fill out a statement
Yeah.
about what's been going on.
Yes.
I'll grab you another one. Do you think this is going to be enough for me?
Yeah.
Okay. Just lies. You've been scared. Okay. It's obviously a scary situation. I'm actually glad that we did come out here. Okay. I know it didn't really end the way that we all wanted to end, but
Every time you guys have come out, I'm here. Just, I feel like you were found me before you realized it was on the
well, and that's what I want you to write on here. Okay. And I know it kind of necessarily easy. Here, I want you to take your time. Right? It's not going to be easy to write. What are you watching?
Will the hospital call me at all?
So, I don't know if they will reach out to you. They'll let him reach out to you. They might, depending on what happens with him, if they're going to hold him or what have you, because you know pain's just 72 hours.
Yeah, I know.
And then if a psych doctor sees him and goes, yeah, he needs to stay, they might contact you and say, hey, this is where he's going. Because I'm assuming you're his emergency contact.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I would just like to talk to the doctor to let them
absolutely.
know what he's been doing.
No, absolutely. And if you call, so we're probably going to take him to the hospital. Mm-hmm. If you call down there and just tell them who you are and who you're looking for, and if you want to talk to the doctor, they'll let you do that.
Okay.
But if you think anything else that you have, just feel free to call, okay?
Okay.
All right. And I'm sorry you're going through this.
Just what I did.
All right. Well, I'm going to get out of your hair, okay? Let me know if you need anything, okay?
So here's the deal.
This is that part of the video that I was telling everybody to brace yourself for. And what do they have? And why did they put this man through all of this trouble? And why did they assault him? Why did they handcuff him? Why did they abduct him out of his own property? You got to understand this and all the procedures that they violated in doing this. Look what I'm saying about right here.
We're done. So you're leaving, okay?
Cool.
But you're gonna go with me back in the car, and I'm gonna take you, okay? So go ahead and stand up.
Are you gonna take me home?
No, not right now. No.
So you're gonna tackle me again?
No. You're gonna act like an adult. You're gonna stand up. I know this is,
So I'll be walking home is what you're saying.
No. Stand up. I'm not gonna sit here and talk to you like,
It's not you, bud.
Well, stand up so we can just.
Here's the scariest part, where they have no crime, they have no judge. These law enforcement officers are just taking it upon themselves to abduct an individual who's innocent of a crime from his own home in front of his own family, handcuff him, stuff him in the back of a police car, drag him down to a police station after he's been assaulted. Then they all figure it out that they just kind of fucked up real bad. So what are they trying to do? They're trying to frame him up again. So they're going to try to say he's crazy and take him down to the hospital and have him committed. They did that a lot back in the 1920s and 30s and 40s inside this country, and also in neo-Nazi fascist Germany. I will let you know that.
Talk.
Why?
Because
You said you're releasing me. Release me.
you're being released on the charges, but you're being held to be evaluated by a doctor because you're in.
No, they can't do that. That's illegal.
Once again, this poor guy's correct that they can't do that without a crime or a judge's authorization to just take an innocent person and put him in a crazy house. All because a hard-working American wants to have a beer and a good time by his hard-earned pool. That's all.
No, that's what we're doing.
Well, no, you're not.
Yeah, and it's also we also have some concerns about your behavior, your mental health.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So I'll be walking home.
Yeah. So so that we don't have to put our hands on you again, why don't you stand up and act like.
Okay, so this is my hometown.
Hey guys, where's the judge's orders? Where are they at? Show them to me. Show them to me. Show me the judge says take him to the hospital and try to have him committed for having a good time in his backyard.
With me in my own yard for no reason other than some kind of country music that somebody played.
And by the way, he was just in the backyard on his day off at his own pool, at his own house, enjoying a beer, listening to some good country music, and the Karen down the street didn't think it was appropriate for her kids to have to listen to it. But when in public, one must create their own privacy, right? Go inside and shut your door and hide.
And now you want
This isn't the place to argue about why you're here.
Okay.
Okay. We're not going to do that.
Then I'll sit here silent.
Okay. Well,
we're
done. So go ahead and stand up.
Nope. Whoa, come on.
Put your hands on your back.
Boy, boy, talk about a double whammy of fuck up. They just fucked up again. They didn't have a legal fucking judge's paperwork that says take him to the hospital and have him evaluated. No, they just took it upon themselves. Like I said, it's kind of scary. It's all good until it happens to you, but we're going to keep on top of this and see how the lawsuit comes out.
I didn't even try to. Jesus. I'm so not getting in that. Like, yeah. You realize I'm going to walk home from the hospital. Just like this. Blame it on snow police. You're my whole time.
When we take you to the hospital, you can do what you want.
Exactly.
See, they just admitted it. You know, he doesn't have to be, and he can't be made to go to the hospital. That's why the EMS and the fire department and everybody else ask you at the point when you're detained, do you need medical attention? And you say no, that means no.
But with the hospital,
No, I will be doing exactly what I want as soon as I get out of the car. You understand that? I have no friends in the area. It'll be quite easy. Alright, so I'm just gonna hey, walk. Can I last go? Walk. And then last go, hold on.
You had every opportunity to take an adult.
Yeah, but what? No. What's this? Is that the sergeant?
Yes.
Alright, guys. Hey, I'm glad you're patrolling our streets. I'm just saying, like, this ain't ever gonna work.
He said the truth again. Exactly. This ain't never gonna work. Just like in 1939 and in the 40s, when all it took was a few good men and a few order followers to create all of that tyranny. They called them the brown shirts, you know, when the neighbors turned you in because they thought you was doing something wrong.
Gosh dang it.
You know, not.
This is just a true example of the woke and the Karens that back up the feelings law enforcement inside this country. And the same thing happened in the German conflict with the Adolf Hitler and all the Third Reich and everything that went along with that. So pay attention. Zombie Force out.